Hey guys, Chris, Ironhead Garage. Well, the last time you guys saw the old 55, I painted her air cleaner up. Yeah, it came out pretty sweet. I'm digging it. So, it's time to rip this nose off again and sand these fenders down. Give them a little paint. This side over here, it's got a little bit of surface rust on the top. Got a bunch of primer. Yep, she needs some work. Got a little bit of Bondo here. The eyebrows are all good. But, take them fenders off. Gonna cut them inner fender wells like I was talking last time. And then I'm gonna cut the inner fender wells, or the fenders. I'm gonna notch them right here like I did the back. You can see in there about where that hole is right there. You won't be able to see it unless someone sticks their head up under there, but then I know them front tires won't rub when I do the full turn. So I get this thing torn apart. I take her headlights out again and some of the stainless off. Get on it. Make her look a little better. Get rid of that gray fender. Yeah, it's been bugging me too for a while. Alright, I'm on it. Well, I got her all blown apart again. Not what I wanted to do, but sometimes you gotta go backwards to keep going forward. I knew I had to do this. Just put it all on there to mock everything up. But now I can drill them holes here for my emblems. Somebody had filled them up so I could see where to drill the holes. So that's killer. I did get my inner fender wells recut and sanded smooth on them cuts. So that's killer. Got the other fender over there. So I'm going to drill those holes for the emblems and take these things outside and get that nasty old primer off. Oh yeah. Alright. She's naked. Well, I got those holes drilled and got the emblem mocked up on there. Yeah, it's got a little bit of adjustment, and I can get in there with my hand once the truck's all together if I gotta pitch them one way or another. But yeah, pretty cool. They just go on there with some little 3/16 studs, I think. But man, these are mint. If you guys remember, I think it was probably over a year ago, I won these on eBay for 70 bucks. They're all coated with heavy, thick paint, original paint. And I got some stripper and stripped all the paint off and polished them up. They could use another polishing, but I'll do that before I put them on. I think I won them for 70 bucks. Guys want 250 to 300 bucks just for a set of these, or for a set of these. Yeah, and I scored them for 70 bucks. What a deal. Pretty cool, man. Alright, well, I'm going to get that other fender done and then strip them. There's one strip down. I got most all the surface rust off of it. All this back here, it's all bare metal. They did a little body work there. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm not going to leave it like that. Try to blend her in. It's got the gold, and then the turquoise, and the red oxide, or the brown. A little bit of black primer in there. Yeah. We'll see what I can do with it. Looks better than gray. Well, I went ahead and sanded down all my front end pieces. And I got rust converter on them. It's like a big giant puzzle. Did the inner fenders. Yeah. Got all them pieces sanded. There's my inner fender well sanded up. Ready for some paint. Here's the other fender. The other one had a lot more of that tar in there. I scraped out a bunch of it, but I think it's doing its job. Saved it from rusting away. That tar back in the day was good stuff. So, let this stuff cure up and we'll paint some black on the inside of those fenders. And all these pieces here, I'll paint them up so they match everything else. Yeah, coming along. Well, I took the tires off too, just to clean a little bit. And actually this tire over here on the driver's side had a slow leak in it, so I need to take it outside and squirt some soapy water on her. See if it's the bead leaking or the valve stem. So hopefully I ain't got to take it to the shop. Maybe it's just the valve stem, but I got all my inner fenders painted up black, and the pieces there against the compressor, all for the front end to bolt together, and the hood braces and all that. So those are all curing. They've been sitting there a little while. Yeah, pretty cool. And over this way, leaning against the old Model A, I did paint the fenders up. Yeah, I haven't sanded them yet, so they're gonna look different after I sand them up. That one looks like that old ice cream you used to get in the push-up when I was a kid. But we'll sand it all. So I did put rust converter on the bare metal where it was rusty. And then I put the black rust stop paint, and then the red oxide, and then the teal, and then a little more red oxide, a little more teal. But yeah, see, they got some green, but I'll sand them up. They look pretty cool, I think. Now I can bolt my emblems on, but I'll sand on them a bunch and change them up. And I actually did drag my old hood out, sanded all that primer off of there. Man, it was thick and nasty, but any of you guys remember someone had drilled this hole, or drilled this hood for hood pins in it. And there's that one. So I didn't want to run them hood pins no more. I did get an original style latch, actually off a 55 Chevy parts truck. So I need to weld them up. And there's a spot here where the hood curls down. It's got a little crack. I got to weld that. And then to hold that big emblem in, it has these little tabs that you're supposed to bend, and it holds that big GMC emblem in here. Oh, a bunch of them's busted off, and if you bend them more than a couple times, they're all gonna break. So I might have to do something with that to hold my nice emblem I have in there. But once I weld them holes up and stuff, then I'll get some paint on that. Yeah, it's got a lot of gold on it. Took a lot of that green off of there. And that's the same gold that is on the back of my cab and on the roof. I got all that green off of it, so should match pretty good. I've been stripping the top of the firewall there. I took them old stickers off there, and I don't like it black there because you can see that black when the hood's closed. And I think this should be the color of the cab. And then below that big seam there, the pinch weld, whatever you want to call it, will be black. So yeah, I think that'll look better. Everything else black below there. But yeah, the old engine's looking good. You guys remember it? And everything else is pretty clean. Dusty. She sure is dusty now, and she needs a bath, but yeah. Good old truck. So, guess I'm gonna start assembling it. Try to get her back together. Still lots to do. I still gotta build exhaust on this thing. I gotta build the big bumper brackets to hold that big, huge bumper that weighs about 65, 70 pounds. But trying to get it before winter. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. It's gonna be a hell of a push. Alright, back on it. Well, got the old Miller-Matica pulled out, and gonna weld up these holes here in the hood. I got my piece of copper here I can put on the inside with some magnets, and these holes will fill up pretty good. And I got these little medallions that I cut, and they got a little gap around, and I'll hold them on there with a couple little magnets. Got one made for this side, and I got these 4 holes to weld up. And I got a little crack right here on the nose of the hood, so I gotta bend this flat and get it to line up right and weld that. I got my old hood insert in here. I got a real nice one with the GMC emblem on there. You guys probably seen that, but there's those little tabs that bend, and you bend them too many times and they bust. So I got one there that's broken, and I don't know if I'll be able to bend these and not have them break, but there's a few left. There's one there busted, and I think the side one's on there. A couple on top up there that's missing. Can't see. So I'm gonna have to stand the hood up. But kind of not a very good system to mount this guy. Surely in the hell don't want that to fall out when I'm driving. It wouldn't fall on the ground, I don't think. It would probably just do that, but could go down and hit the fan or the radiator or something. So do a little welding, and I think I got in the main brace where the hinges hook on one side there's a crack I gotta fix. So we'll get the old Miller fired up, get the fan on, and fill them holes in. Oh yeah, but don't forget your air. You don't want to warp that hood. Weld a little bit, cool it off. Weld a little bit, cool it off. That hood will warp. I think it's already got a little warp right here anyway. We don't want to damage it anymore. Well, I got that hood all welded up. Yeah, it came out pretty good. Didn't distort too bad. I did dolly it a little bit. But yeah, it came out pretty good. It does feel low here just because there's about 7 layers of paint, but had a big high spot right here. Someone sat on the hood or something fell on it, and it was real oil canny out here, and it was going bad, bong bong bong, you know. But I got in here and dollied this big high spot in there. You can see there's been body work. Who knows when this was done. I'll try to smooth it out the best I can, but that big brace is in the center here. And I was able to get like an 1/8 inch piece of strap I had between that brace and the bottom skin of the hood and dolly this flat. So she's not oil canning no more. That's horrible too. I remember when I was young working in the old body shop, that's where I learned how to do most of this stuff from a 7-year-old guy. We used to shrink metal, and I was the rag guy, and he would shrink it up with his rosebud torch, get it real hot, and he would hammer and dolly it, and then I would squinch it with the ice cold water with a rag, and it would shrink all them molecules tight, and it would get that oil can out. Yeah, pretty cool. So probably need to do a little body work on it. All right, been working on this hood more. Had a bunch of tabs that were broken on here, and we had 7 of them that were broke, so I welded them on there. Still got to trim them. I got one there and there. Welded that one on, and that's the original one there in the center. But yeah, what a pain. Here's the little pieces I was welding on. I just got to trim them up. That guy there. Trim them up to like that little guy there in the middle. Put a little round on them, and then I'll be able to bend them up and hold that grill insert in there. So that's cool to have done. What a pain though. I did end up having a crack here. It was cracked and cracked all the way around. So I welded it all up and filed it. I got one more crack back here in the very back. It's split. It's where that brace was cracked on the inside and letting that hood flex and crack it. So that's the last crack I got to do. A lot of work in this old hood. All right, back on it. Well, I got them tabs trimmed up, and I had to test the emblem out, the insert with the emblem on it. Yeah, man, she looks pretty nice in there. It's all dusty now, but in the end I'll polish her up again. Yeah, it looks super cool. I'm digging it. Yeah, man. Well, I did all that body work on the hood, and I painted her up. Remember, I still got to sand it now, but yeah, it came out pretty smooth. The body work looks nice. I got all the little tabs cut and ground back, as you can see there. There's one that I put on there. I painted the inside. So it was a lot of work. Got the inside all painted nice and black. Yeah, all welded up, so she's good and strong now. So that's cool. Over here on the cab, got that firewall all stripped down. Yeah, it looks much better than that ratty old black on there, I think. Got a little bit of that original red oxide peeking through. And anywhere there was still bare metal, I see a couple little spots here. I got my nice little paintbrush and sprayed some of that turquoise in a paint can cap and dry brushed it on there. I see a couple little spots still. I don't want no bare metal showing. Try to preserve the metal, but yeah, looks pretty good. I blew the shop out. Got the motor looking pretty clean. Still a little dusty. So, I think in the next video, hopefully, I'll have them fenders on and I can start putting all this stuff back together now and make it look like a truck again. So yeah, I'm digging it. I still got my exhaust to do, and I got to build them big ass brackets to hold that bumper, and a bunch of wiring for the headlights and blinkers and linkage for the transmission. There's still a bunch of stuff, but appreciate the guys who wanted those stickers last time. That's awesome. Ray, Kevin, John Lopez. He used to have a good friend that was named Lopez, but he passed away. But that's a cool name. And I sent one to somebody else. Tony. Yeah, you, Tony. Hope you got your stickers by now, or they'll be coming in the mail. So, I got some more left. If you guys, anybody else wants any, I appreciate each and every one of you. Like I said before, you know, I don't do these videos to make money. I don't get that many views, but I enjoy making them, and I enjoy your guys' comments and bullshitting with you guys. So, you guys take care. Still gotta stand on them fenders, them ice cream fenders. You guys take care. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.